Hello, welcome to today's mindfulness practice. Today's practice is referred to as urge surfing. The focus of this practice is to invite us to begin relating differently to the experience of having a difficult emotion, a craving, or an urge to use. So to begin, I invite you to settle into a comfortable sitting position. See if you can keep your back as straight as possible and your feet flat on the floor. And if you're comfortable, you can gently close your eyes. And as you settle in and begin to relax, bring your attention to your breathing. Become aware of the movement of your breath as it comes into and leaves your body. Take a few moments now to simply be aware of your breathing. Oftentimes we experience strong cravings, which can be accompanied by thoughts or urges to behave in a certain way. And if we're living in a sort of automatic pilot mode, we might be vulnerable to reacting impulsively to these cravings or urges. So this is an exercise to help us to learn how to relate differently to these experiences. It's likely that all of us know what it is to experience a craving or an urge to behave or react in a certain way. So let's begin there by just pausing and consider for a moment a time when an urge or a craving was present for you. Recall that experience and see if you can notice the feeling associated with it. Whatever the substance or the behavior, it doesn't really matter. Just recall that moment. Recall the feeling and sensation in your body when a craving arises. See if you can just commit to staying with the feeling for a few moments without reacting to it. Just seeing what it's like. Keep in mind now that the worst thing that these cravings and feelings can do to us is to make us feel them. The feelings or cravings themselves aren't threatening to us. It's our reactions to our cravings and the feelings they bring up in us that are most harmful. So while continuing to breathe, do your best to release any tension you might be holding in your body right now. Perhaps you notice some tension in your neck, your shoulders, your back. Just let yourself relax so the breath can come easily in and out of your body. And just acknowledge right now what you're feeling. What's present in your body right now? Is it physical discomfort? Is there an emotion that's perhaps uncomfortable for you? Maybe thoughts that are troubling to you. Maybe something that you're telling yourself right now. Just acknowledge what's happening. And also acknowledge your reaction to what's happening. I like this experience. I don't like this experience. And feel what it's like to stay with whatever is happening without the need to control it, without the need to try to get rid of it. And perhaps most important, without the need to react to it. Perhaps this feeling of a craving is increasing or decreasing in intensity. If you notice it increasing, you might imagine it like a wave that rises and rises. Oftentimes with cravings, it can feel as though the feeling is going to keep going up and up and up until we fix it, until we react to it, until we make it stop. What we actually know about cravings and all intense emotional and physical experiences is that they often rise, and if we stay with them, if we don't react to them, and we just let them be, staying calm and using our breath to ground us, just like waves, they will crest and they will eventually come back down again. They will eventually fade. So our job is to stay with these feelings and to ride this wave out, almost like we're surfing, staying right on top of the experience. Sometimes it's helpful to use the breath as a way to stay with the experience. It's almost like the breath is our surfboard that's helping us to stay with this, to stay on top of the wave instead of being wiped out by it. So as you do this, you might become curious about this experience. What does this actually feel like in my body? What is my mind doing right now? What emotions are here? And maybe too, looking at what's really needed. What is it I'm actually craving or needing in this moment? So often when we experience cravings, it's not actually the substance that we're craving. There's actually a deeper need beneath the craving. For some people, it might be a sense of loneliness or wanting some company, or for others, it might be a feeling of stress or a difficult emotion and just wanting some relief. For others, it might be wanting freedom from their present circumstances or from emotions that might feel intense. Some people might simply want freedom from certain thoughts. So ask yourself this question: what do I really want right now? What do I really need? Again, being kind and gentle with yourself as you do this, and noticing that for the past several minutes, you've stayed present. You've stayed with this experience rather than react to it. And notice too that you can do this again. When you begin to recognize urges and cravings, no matter how strong they are, no matter what's happening in your body, whatever your mind is telling you, whatever you are saying to yourself, whatever emotions might be present, whatever sense of desperation or anxiousness you might feel, you have a choice as to how you respond to the urge. It's not an easy thing to stay with a craving or an uncomfortable feeling, yet we can choose this response each time we experience a craving or an urge. The waves may return, they may continue to rise and fall. And you can still choose to stay with the experience. You can continue releasing your tension again and again as long as you need to and whenever you need to. So take a few moments now and bring yourself back to your breath. Notice the sensation of your breathing. And if your mind has wandered away from this practice, that's okay too. Again, bring yourself back to your breath. And when you're ready, bring yourself back to the room, to the chair you're sitting in, and to this moment. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes.